Welcome back to BrewFix, where coffee meets craftsmanship. One of the most confusing espresso problems sounds like this. The shot starts good, then suddenly it tastes bitter. And most people assume bitterness comes from bad beans, dark roasts, or grinding too fine. But espresso bitterness is rarely random. According to espresso extraction science, and what technicians see in real machines every day, bitterness appears when extraction crosses a threshold. Today, we'll break down why espresso often turns bitter around 30 seconds, what's happening chemically and physically inside the puck, and how understanding this lets you stop bitterness before it ruins the cup. Extraction happens in stages, not evenly. Espresso does not extract flavor uniformly from start to finish. Coffee compounds dissolve in a sequence. Early in extraction, water pulls acids and volatile aromatics. These create brightness and clarity. As extraction continues, sugars and oils dissolve, building sweetness, body, and balance. Late in extraction, heavier and less desirable compounds come out, including bitter phenols and astringent elements. The book makes this clear. Bitterness is not a flaw in coffee. It's a natural result of going too far. Why 30 seconds is a common tipping point. 30 seconds isn't a magic rule. It's a common moment where the system changes. By this point, the coffee puck has already been partially eroded. Resistance begins to collapse. Fine particles have migrated, and water starts flowing faster through weakened paths. When flow accelerates, extraction shifts rapidly into the late stage. This is why bitterness often appears suddenly instead of gradually. The shot doesn't slowly degrade. It falls off a cliff. Over-extraction is about flow, not time. Time alone doesn't cause bitterness. Over-extraction does. A shot can be smooth at 35 seconds or bitter at 25 seconds, depending on how evenly water flows through the puck. The science shows that extraction rate depends on contact uniformity. Once water begins bypassing large parts of the puck and aggressively extracting small zones, bitterness dominates flavor perception. This is why chasing shot time without understanding flow leads to frustration. Channeling turns bitterness into a flavor bomb. Channeling is one of the fastest ways to make espresso bitter. When channels form, water over-extracts localized areas intensely while leaving the rest under-extracted. The result is a cup dominated by harsh, drying bitterness, even if overall extraction numbers look reasonable. From a BrewFix diagnostic standpoint, bitterness caused by channeling feels sharp, lingering, and unbalanced, not just strong. Machine behavior that pushes shots into bitterness. Bitterness is often blamed on technique, but machines play a major role. Temperature overshoot reduces water viscosity, increasing extraction speed. Pressure instability accelerates puck erosion. Slow-closing solenoid valves allow extraction to continue after the shot should end. Scale buildup changes flow resistance unpredictably. According to both science and repair experience, bitterness is frequently a mechanical symptom, not a brewing mistake. Why crema makes bitterness hard to detect? Fresh coffee and aggressive extraction often produce thick crema, which visually suggests quality. But crema contains bitter compounds and trapped gases. It can mask harshness initially, then release bitterness as it collapses. This is why espresso can taste worse 10 to 15 seconds after brewing. The science shows crema is not a reliable indicator of balance. Flavor lives underneath it. How to stop bitterness before it starts. Preventing bitterness means stopping extraction before the system collapses. That requires stable flow, consistent grinding, proper puck structure, controlled temperature, and clean machine internals. Once those are stable, bitterness becomes predictable and avoidable. From a technician's view, the goal isn't shorter shots, but controlled extraction endings. Espresso bitterness isn't mysterious. It's the result of extraction going too far or too unevenly. Once you understand extraction stages and system behavior, bitterness stops being a surprise and becomes a signal. At BrewFix, we teach espresso from the inside out. using science and real machine behavior to eliminate guesswork. BrewFix, keeping your coffee machines running and your mornings caffeinated.